Hello, Danville. This is Council President David Winters here again with a wrap-up of our council meeting. Today's June 21st, and so we had a couple of things going on tonight. We had a work study that started at 6 o'clock, and this was a really important work study. We are in the beginning stages of our 2024 budget process, and so there's a lot of meetings that have to take place, a lot of discussion that has to happen as we hear what the department heads need and want for this upcoming year. And of course, we're focusing on pay for our employees across the board, including public safety. And so it was a really important meeting, and I think we got off to a good start tonight. The other big thing, and a lot of big things in the regular council meeting, but we were able to get the contract for our new fire chief passed and signed. And so he's officially official, and so we're really excited about the direction that he's going to take this fire department. Well, as you have seen over the last several videos, we try to bring someone on and just give them an opportunity to share a little bit about what they're doing. And so tonight I've asked a fellow council member, Nancy Leavitt, to come on. And Nancy, we're both in public service, obviously, and I just wanted to know, what brought you to the council? Why did you want to serve, and what motivates you?
As you know, David, we have been on town council the same number of years together, 3.5 approximately, and I had never run for public office before this. I had just, worked in private business and public enterprise, but I had heard that there were some openings on the town council, and I thought, I have the time to do that, and I have the inclination. And the one thing that I was really interested in and concerned about as a Danville native was our town's infrastructure. That interests me, and it turned out that was really vital, because as soon as I got on the council, we were presented with a big housing development. And I was impressed with how the town had already started working on their infrastructure without even knowing that this was coming up. And then also how fast they got everything together to keep on moving in the right direction on that. And another thing that I like is that I'm interested in is architecture, and that fit in really well with Danville's National Historic Register, and how we have 37 buildings on that list, and they're entrusted with taking care of those buildings and not letting anything happen to them, not letting them get torn down. So we have houses and buildings on that list, and there's architecture styles such as Gothic and Greek Revival, Queen Anne, Italianate, and then some of the houses, are craftsmen. And the Hendricks County Museum, which is on the corner of Broadway and Washington Streets, is the only living example of a Second Empire building in Hendricks County. And it's a very interesting building. It's got the old jail in it, and it used to be the living quarters for the sheriff and his family. So you can tour that. And all that being said, I just want Danville to remain Danville and not become like some of the towns around us. I want us to have a certain cachet and, grow, because if you're not growing, you're dying, and but not grow too fast and too big.
Well, Nancy, I can say with certainty that having served with you for 3.5 years, you've been a very valuable asset to the council, and so I appreciate everything you just said, and I think that's fantastic. I have one other question for you.
All right.
What have you learned since being on the council that you didn't know before coming on, or what were your eyes opened about?
My eyes were opened about how serious it is. I mean, I knew it was serious because you're basically spending the tax money that people pay, but I didn't know that it wasn't like a volunteer job like I'd been doing up to that point. If you're involved in, like, say, a club or church or something, and you want to help out, then you volunteer. Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit bigger than that, and it should be, because you have to run for this. You have to get a big block of people to vote for you, and then you represent them, and you represent the ones who didn't vote for you, and also the ones who didn't vote at all. Mm-hmm. And so it's it's a very serious thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you, Nancy. I really appreciate you coming on tonight. And folks, if you didn't get a chance to come out and participate in our work study and in our council meeting, I want to encourage you to go to our YouTube page and watch us. Our next council meeting is July 5th. We will also have a work study at 6 o'clock that night on the budget, and then our regular council meeting at 7 o'clock. Until next time, have a great week, and God bless.